The carpenter's apprentice is that true confidence and strength come from within and can be developed by facing fear, taking small courageous steps, and believing in oneself, even when others doubt you. Today, let's learn about one such story. Once in a quiet village nestled between hills and rivers, there lived an old carpenter named Ramu. He was known for his masterful craftsmanship and wisdom. Ramu lived with his only daughter, Leela, a gentle and quiet young woman. While Leela was talented in wood carving and design, she rarely spoke in public. Her shy nature made people believe she lacked intelligence or strength. They often overlooked her, even laughed at her silence. Ramu loved his daughter dearly but often became frustrated by her lack of confidence. "You must speak up," he would scold. "How can you take over my work if you can't even talk to a customer?" These words, though well-meant, only made Leela retreat further into her shell. As time passed, Ramu's health declined, and he could no longer manage the workshop alone. "Leela," he said one morning, coughing heavily, "you must manage the orders today." Terrified but unwilling to refuse her father, she nodded. That day, a wealthy trader visited the workshop. Seeing Leela, he smirked. "Where is the carpenter? I don't deal with amateurs." Leela tried to explain, but her voice trembled. The trader laughed and left without placing the order. Word spread, and others too began doubting her abilities. Ramu, hearing of the incident, sighed in disappointment. "Maybe I was wrong to trust you with the shop." Crushed and ashamed, Leela fled to the nearby forest where she used to play as a child. There, by a stream, she sat crying, feeling helpless and small. "Maybe I'll never be good enough," she whispered to the wind. As fate would have it, a traveling monk named Aryan passed by. Seeing her sorrow, he approached gently. "Child, why do you weep here alone?" Leela hesitated but then poured out her heart. The monk listened patiently. When she finished, he smiled. "You are not weak," he said. "You are simply untested. Let me help you discover your strength. But you must trust me and do 3 things." Leela, with nothing left to lose, agreed. On the first day, the monk said, "Go into the village and ask 10 people about their dreams. Write down what they say." Leela was nervous, but she began walking house to house. Some were surprised, some refused to speak, but a few shared their hopes and fears. As she listened, she realized everyone had struggles, even those who looked confident. That night, she returned with 10 stories and a sense of courage she had never felt before. On the second day, the monk told her, "Use your talent. Create a wooden sculpture that tells your own story. Then show it in the village square." Leela worked through the night, carving a figure of a small bird breaking free from a cage. When she displayed it, people stopped. They whispered. They asked questions. Some even clapped. "You made this?" a child asked in awe. For the first time, Leela smiled and said proudly, "Yes." On the 3rd day, the monk said, "Now go to your father and tell him what you've learned." This was the hardest task. Trembling, she returned home. Ramu looked up from his bed, tired and sad. "I failed again, didn't I?" "No, father," she said, voice steady. "I failed because I feared myself. But I don't anymore. I will carry your craft forward. I just needed to believe I could." Ramu's eyes filled with tears. "You have your mother's strength," he whispered, embracing her. "Forgive me for not seeing it before." Years later, Leela became one of the most respected artisans in the region. People traveled from distant lands to learn from her. She taught them not just about wood, but about confidence and courage. Her story became a legend. The truth she lived by. Fear is not weakness, it is the wall before growth. Break it, and you will find who you truly are. Friends, give a small like to our video because we have worked very hard to create it. And to watch more videos like this, subscribe to our channel and ring the bell icon next to it. Thank you.